In this lesson, we'll be exploring the keyword clustering function in WriterZen. We'll take a look at the mechanism behind it, and then we'll go through it step by step to see how best we can utilize the clustering results. Let's begin with a quick overview of clustering. Keyword clustering is a technique that involves identifying the main themes or topics that a group of keywords belongs to, and then organizing those keywords into clusters based on those themes. This enables you to optimize a page for multiple keywords rather than a single keyword. Click the link in the banner to check out the keyword clustering lesson in our SEO Fundamentals course if you haven't already. Okay, let's look at an example. The keywords good web designer in London and great web designer in London are very similar in meaning and context. They certainly belong to the same theme. This means it's highly likely that a single web page can rank for both of these keywords. So these two keywords belong in the same group or cluster. A huge benefit of keyword clustering is the ability to build topical authority. We do that by turning the keyword clusters into separate articles that cover a topic in depth. Now let's see how we put all this into practice. In Keyword Explorer, you can scroll down to the Keyword Data tab, where you'll find the cluster button. Click it to run the clustering function. Otherwise, if you're working with a saved list of keywords or your keywords are in an external file, head on over to the Keyword Importer tool and import your keyword list. Then you'll find the cluster button right here. WriterZen clusters your list of keywords for you at the click of a button, so you don't have to scroll through hundreds or thousands of keywords trying to guess which ones belong in the same group. And in case you're wondering, all keyword data is provided by Google's proprietary API, so there's no guessing numbers here. Okay, let's create our cluster project and then we'll create some clusters. The secret to creating great clusters of keywords is the input, so spend some time making sure that your keyword list is good. For help with this, do check out our golden filter function to find keywords that have a high potential of ranking within seconds. Let's look at an example. Here is my keyword list for the search nutrition plan. I'll set the golden filter to 10, keyword volume to 100, and all entitled to a maximum of 10. This is how I filter my list of keywords to see the ones with the fastest ranking potential. This strategy is ideal for a website with little to no authority, but do play around with the filters to suit your own strategy. Okay, let's create some clusters. First, I'm going to check the filtered list of keywords. Then I'll hit cluster and choose cluster selected. You can adjust the clustering level as you wish. I'll leave mine as 3, meaning each keyword in the cluster will be present in at least 3 SERPs results. WriterZen checks the top 10 positions in the SERPs for every keyword in the list and groups them together according to the similarity of their search results. In this example, if 2 keywords appear together in 3 different search results, they will be grouped into a cluster with a clustering level of 3. Enter a name for your cluster and click Activate to run. When the clustering process finishes, you and your team will be notified via in-app notification and email. And just so you know, your results are saved in the Keyword Importer. Okay, now let's analyze the results. In Keyword Importer, click your project name to access your keyword data. Next, click on the Cluster tab to access the clusters WriterZen created from your keyword list. Here you can see the total keywords in the list, the clustering level, the total number of clusters, and the number of keywords that don't belong in any cluster at this clustering level. You can always turn textbook mode on for help on the meaning of any item. Remember that the whole point of clustering keywords is to enable you to rank a single page for multiple keywords. In the good old days, a list of 3,261 keywords meant 3,261 articles. Clustering, on the other hand, enables us to whittle that down to 617 articles, each of which can pull much more traffic than a single keyword article could. You can see how powerful and necessary keyword clustering is. Just take a moment to appreciate that SEOs used to have to do this manually. A decent-sized keyword list could take us the best part of a week to cluster. And not only that, we used to group keywords by what we felt, so it was more art than science. And calling it art is stretching things a little. But it would have taken forever to type each keyword into Google and then seeing which keywords appeared in what searches. And that's exactly what WriterZen does for you in minutes. You can scroll through the clusters and pick and choose the ones you want to work with first. Click the Show Ideas link to expand the window and see the keywords that make up the cluster along with all the relevant data. And you can still click on each separate one to get more in-depth metrics. If you prefer to work with spreadsheets, you can export the data to Excel. Keyword clusters impact your content plan directly. They provide a big picture of how to create, optimize, and organize the content on your website. Let's look at a couple of use cases to see practical examples of what we can do with our clusters. In this example, we can build a content plan from our clusters, starting with the most valuable clusters and working our way down. We can determine the best clusters to work with by analyzing the relevant metrics inside each cluster. So putting all this together would look something like this. My seed keyword, nutrition plan, would become the title of my pillar content piece. Then I would create my subtopics, the first of which could be 1000 calorie diet, as this cluster has a decent search volume as well as low all-in title numbers and a very specific intent. Another good option would be to start with cutting diet plan for females, which takes advantage of a long-tail keyword with a specific target audience. Map out your content pieces or articles from your clusters. Your seed keyword is your pillar content, and the other clusters are your subtopics. Interlinking each article to and from your pillar piece creates a powerful structure that enables authority to flow. All your subtopics strengthen the page authority of the pillar page, and all the subtopics benefit from that authority. Additionally, the closely related topics properly interlinked build up the overall topical authority of the website. In this example, we can map some keyword groups to existing pages. We can add in keywords, add new or update existing content sections, or re-optimize header tags, body text, internal links, and so forth. This can boost the topical authority of existing topics on your website. For example, if you were the go-to website for Toyota cars in your area and you took a break from creating content, coming back and creating new content for any new models that you may have missed will boost the overall authority of the website. At the end of the day, there's no right or wrong way to map out topics on your content because content is always dynamic. So there's plenty of room for you to get creative in your content strategy. Keyword clustering is a great way to understand how audiences and search engines may perceive or analyze your content. After all, the data comes directly from what people type into Google. Remember, search is not about what people find, it's about how people think. With that in mind, go ahead and jump into WriterZen and create an awesome content plan.